going to talk about passive fire safety. First, Bylaw 136 says that compartment walls and floors must be continuous, meaning no gaps or opening, and they must have a minimum fire resistant rating. Compartmentation means dividing a building into sections so fire cannot spread easily. Besides, Bylaw 148 says compartment walls and floor must resist fire, heat, and smoke for a certain time, and they must not collapse during a fire when it happens. Lastly, Bylaw 161 requires fire stopping to seal any gaps where pipes, cable passes through walls, and also need opening in fire-rated elements like fire doors and access panels and inspection openings.
And fire risk control by Law 139 separation of fire risk area. In this law followed by the fifth schedule, the first group is small residential, the second group is institutional, the third group is other residential, the fourth group is the office, the fifth group is shop, the sixth group is factory, the seventh group is place of assembly, and the last group is storage and general. By Law 141 separating walls. Party walls are the walls that separated properties owned by different people, such as the wall between two houses. A party wall is a wall that separated adjoining buildings or part of a building owned or occupied by different individuals. By Law 147, construction of separating walls must be made of non-combustible materials, example of brick wall, concrete, lightweight concrete, and reinforced concrete. It must comply with the fire resistance requirement in the 6th schedule, and the supporting columns and beam must also be non-combustible and have the same fire resistance rating as the wall. By Law 163, fire doors. This is a 30-minute fire-rated door made by timber core. This is the 1-hour fire-rated door made by mineral core, and the last is 2 hours fire-rated door. It's made by steel honeycomb core. By Law 164, door closes for fire-rated door. Every fire door must close itself automatically using a hydraulic arm.
Now I'm gonna talk about protector shaft and escape caused by Law 150 protector shaft. A protector shaft only except for lift shaft, staircase shaft, pipe or service riser, ventilation duct shaft, chute, and sanitary accommodation or washroom, and not allowed for any other purpose. Next, by Law 152, opening in lift shaft. No glass in landing doors except a vision panel. It should be wire safety glass. And all landing doors must be openable by emergency key. Next, by Law 153, smoke detectors for lift lobbies. All lift lobbies should have smoke detectors, and it need to be automatic closed after 30 seconds. Next, by Law 197, protector lobbies. If more than 18 amp, it need to have a lobby. If more than 45 amp, it need to have pressurization system. If already have pressurization system, it not need to have any lobbies. Next, means of the escape by Law 168, staircases. Every level should have 2 separate staircases. If one of the staircase cannot use, remaining staircases shall accommodate the higher occupancy.
By Law 172, emergency exit signs help occupants locate escape routes quickly. Exit doors must open easily without keys or special efforts. Doors automatically release during alarm or power failure. Exit signs must comply with Malaysian safety standard. Standard exit signs improve visibility during emergency. Exit signs must be installed at the required mounting height. By Law 189, it's about escape staircase require fire-resistant enclosure protection. High-rise and public buildings require enclosed fire-rate staircase. Open office staircase require additional protective features. Extend landings and separating walls improve staircase safely.
By Law 174A.1 details how occupants reach a place of safety. Every exit must lead to a final exit, which can be a direct path to the outside or a protected corridor leading to a staircase. The floor plan diagrams show that these roads must be clearly defined and protected to ensure an unobstructed path to the exterior. For multiple escape paths, to ensure no one is trapped too far from an exit, the law limits travel distance and dead ends based on 7 schedule. The red arrows in the diagram illustrate how these distances are measured from the furthest point of a room to the nearest protected exit. For an office building, the table shows a typical dead-end limits of 15 meters, while total travel distance range from 45 to 60 meters depending on sprinkler systems. Exit roads can also include external paths such as open side corridors. The graphics show that these roads must have an overhead cover and cannot be used for commercial activities. Key measurements to note that the path should not be more than 5 meters from the building if lines. Next, each exit shall give access to an open-to-the-sky corridor which is having a minimum width of 1.2 meters and 2-way escape paths leading to a place of safety outside the building, and any unprotected opening along the corridor shall not be located lower than 1.8 meters from the floor level. Thanks for listening. That's all for our presentation on fire safety.